watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Well, here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another broadcast of the North-South Racing League on the Ghostfire Media Network on this Monday night of racing. It's Randy Pepper alongside Nick Adams on, what can I say, a stellar night here in Nashville, Tennessee.
It's a beautiful night here in Nashville, Tennessee. Not far from the new, well, not the new, but the Nashville Super Speedway. And the reason this is called Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, obviously, is because it's built on the fairgrounds. There was already a Nashville Speedway when they created this track. So we're here tonight at the stunning Nashville Fairgrounds, and we're excited. It's the first Showdown event of 2023. And in the Showdown, the way it works is it's two twin 50-lap features. Race 1 will be set by the heats and a last chance qualifier. Race 2, so the first race will be tonight on the mini oval here at Nashville. The second race will see the entire lead lap inverted with lap down and or wrecked cars lining up straight behind them. The second race will be on the half mile here at the Nashville Speedway, and it's going to be great. So each race has a feature winner, but the Showdown winner will be the driver with the lowest score after both races. So first place earns 1 point, second earns 2, etc. It's like golf. The lowest score wins. We'll have a graphic a little bit before the beginning of the second race to show you where everybody will be and the points that we have going through the evening. But the graphic will be pretty simple, right? The person who has the lowest points or who finishes the highest throughout everything tonight will be your winner. So we're excited for that.
Do we have a wheel? Do we have to spin the wheel tonight?
I need to actually confirm.
While he's confirming that, folks, welcome out to the show tonight. It's going to be a great time out here in Nashville. Fairgrounds Speedway. As he said, we're going to have two separate types of races. The first one is going to be around the very small little track. It's inside the half-mile oval. So this first race should have probably a lot of calamity because the track is so small. It really is. It's tiny. But, I mean, we've been, the last few weeks we've been doing the bull ring and stuff like that. 5 flags were pretty small as well. So, who knows? We'll see. As you see on the screen, you see Dante Curtis sitting there in that blue and yellow car, sitting there ready to go. Kind of turned sideways. So I've been gone for a week. I was out playing with the pit road pickers. I'm sorry I missed the race last week. I'm sure it was a good one, but had to play some gigs. So, and you see Dante pulling away. shoving it into gear, and you can tell he's ready to go.
Randy, I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything you said.
No, I was just talking about the track and stuff, and that's all.
Nashville
Who won
Fairgrounds
last week? I didn't
is-
even see who
so
won last week.
Normally I know this.
Yeah, and you were all by yourself, so.
Just give me a second. I'll tell you right now.
He's got COVID fog.
It was Austin Williams. That's right.
Oh, good.
It was Austin Williams last week in North Wilkesboro.
Awesome. I watched a little bit of that race. I actually did on the Tuesday. I was had a little bit of time, and I did watch some of it. Looked like it was a pretty good race, but I didn't get to see a lot of it. So this is going to be interesting here. This first one it is such a small little, tight little track. It's very flat. Most of the banking is actually when you get onto the big track. So it should be very interesting to see how these cars react to both tracks tonight. There's practice going on, so if you're wondering what's going on right now, it's just some guys are practicing, checking the last little stuff going on. Dustin Shepard was fastest in practice, followed by Dante Curtis, Brian Hacker, Will Eastman, and Joe Schaefer Jr. was fifth on the total pole for tonight's practice. We'll see how they stack them up during the race, and we'll see who is the overall winner tonight. As this is a different format, definitely. I don't think we've ever called one of these races, have we? Something like this. We've had some crazy races, but this one is definitely one that will be a little different. The showdown format, where the least amount of points wins overall. So yeah, just like Nick was saying, it's kind of like golf. You want to shoot the lowest score you can possibly get. So that's basically what we're looking at these guys tonight, trying to shoot the lowest amount of points around the track. Just let them go around the track a little bit. You let everybody watch everything until they broadcast, or actually the race actually starts. As you see the 23 run around out there. Gary Eschen is the one who is out there right now that we're kind of watching. We'll save our voices for the good stuff.
Here is who's the fastest on the track so far tonight. Dante Shepard.
No, Dustin Shepard and Dante Curtis.
Yeah, Dustin Shepard and Dante Curtis, sorry, are first and second. Brian Hacker sits in third, Will Eastman in fourth, Joe Schaefer in fifth currently. That's your top five, and they're separated by less than a tenth of a second. There was a lot of bragging rights to go around during the week throughout the different practices. So it should be a really fun night here tonight.
I believe it will be. I'm excited about this. I'm a little tired, but I am very excited about this. Like I was saying, when you were gone, I was out, couldn't be here, but I was thinking about the race as I was playing. So I'm happy to be back, They're still trying to recover from all the shenanigans that went on last week. We continue to watch Gary Eschen run around in that 23.
So here's our point standings coming into tonight. Ryan Johnson actually jumped Dante Curtis after Dante was unable to make it last week. And looking at that, we now have Philip Martin in third, Will Eastman fourth, Cody Hubert in fifth, Randy Nichols sixth, Dustin Shepard seventh, Brian Hacker in eighth, Gilliam Fortin in ninth, and Hoffler currently sits in 10th, about 59 points back. So it's still anybody's game this year for who is going to be our champion.
Yeah, we still got a lot of racing left to do in the series for sure.
We're only 5 races in. This will be race 6 out of 13. So we have a long ways to go this season. And I'm excited personally for what we can see here as the future continues to grow with us here in the NSRL between our partnership and them. Folks, as you see throughout the evening, we'll have much better camera angles at the full Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. The camera angles for the mini quarter mile track are just not that great. The quarter mile track is pretty. I love the quarter mile track.
They're all right.
I mean, it's a pretty quarter mile track. I enjoy this racetrack. I do. This is what it looks like to be in the stands and watching this race.
Also, I like that kind of reminds me of sitting in New Smyrna Speedway, looking down at the track.
This pretty spectacular. I mean, honestly, the view you have at this racetrack, there isn't a bad seat when you go to the quarter mile. There just isn't. There's no way there's a bad seat. You can see everything from every seat in the stands. It's just beautiful. But
yeah,
I plan on going to this track hopefully one day and actually watching one of the short track Saturday night events they put on here with all the little modifieds and stuff. I think that would be quite entertaining.
Yeah, I was talking to some people at one of the bars I was playing at last week. I don't remember which one it was at, but these people had went to the Nashville Cup race last year and said that they thought it was one of the worst races they'd ever been to because of the actual place where they're at. They had temporary stands, and these people were sitting on these benches that were just blazing hot, and they were just totally. They said they'll never do it again. So hopefully they get that act squared away.
Yeah, no, hopefully they do, but our first heat is set. And the starting 12 for our heat is Adam Jebel on the pole, Dan Janjanin in second, Ryan Johnson in third, Brian Hacker fourth, Ray Bracey fifth, Gary Eschen in sixth, Joe Schaefer Jr. in seventh, Dante Curtis in eighth, Will Eastman in ninth, Kyle Walgreen in 10th, Rodney Hunt-Tune in 11th, and Scott Schaefer in 12th. This is the first of a couple of heats to set our wonderful main events tonight.
Yeah, lineup. Jan Janin with that D's nuts out there. Always enjoy that car. Pace truck brings the field around.
The pace truck turns its lights off. These are going to be really short cautions tonight, which is going to be nice as we throw the the tower up there for one and only Randy Pepper.
That's right. Got to have my tower.
Randy only has so many ways to know that he is doing it right.
Exactly. That's my one way.
Pace truck comes off. The flag man has the field. The green flag comes out. Janet actually beat Adam Jebel into the green flag into turn 1 now. They're already 3-4 wide. Short track racing at its best. The 12 is sideways. Oh. They're staying single. They're staying green, though. They're staying double file and straight. Out of turn 4. Dan Janet the 2. He touches behind him. The 03 and the 13 make contact. They get all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Going to stay double file, Randy. So I don't know where the handoff point is around this lap. It's just crazy. The start-finish line is normally where I hand it off to you, but it's, in front of him. There it is, the first spin into the grass of the caution. Will it wave? It will not wave. It will not wave. We're still green. 8 to go. There's a battle for the lead, Randy Pepper.
All right, battle lead. Gibble and Johnson up front, and they are already touching up there. As you see, those two got Bracy right behind them, right on their back bumper. Bracy trying to become part of the action, and the yellow will fly finally.
Let's see. It looks like it might have been Gary Eschen. We'll take a look. Gary Eschen in the 23 out of turn 2. There was some calamity in front of him. Hold on. It was here. Between the 88 and what might be the 47? No, the 02. Him and the 02 got together. And then the 02 gets a little clunky and boom, he hits the 23.
Yeah, Brian Hacker.
And the caution comes out for the first time in heat number 1. 6 laps to go. There will be 0 chance we see pit stops here at all tonight.
Yeah, none at all. None at all.
The main event is 250 lap features. So again, this first feature that you're going to see in the short track will be set by these qualifying races and the LCQ. Then the main event will be the lead lap finishers flipped, then lap cars, then wrecked cars. We are going to be spinning the wheel tonight, so I'm excited about that.
Spin the wheel, make the deal.
It's going to be a very quick spin of the wheel because of how tiny this track is. But I think we'll be okay, I think.
And we still are going to the big track after this, right?
We are still going to the big track.
Right.
Folks, I just need to make sure this looks okay. Give me 1 second. Let's take a look at our invert. It does. So our invert wheel is ready for the evening.
Yeah. Good.
That was the most important thing, that the invert was ready for this evening.
Yeah, we don't care about anything else but the invert wheel. Actually, I need to make sure I have the sound effect for the wheel. Here we go. Green flag is out. Gibble gets off to a good start. Johnson right behind him with Bracy right there. Bracy gets into the back of Johnson. Johnson nearly goes around. Bracy will get shoved 3 wide with Gill right there. And
you're in charge for a
caution
second.
Is out again. All right. Caution comes out once again. Not sure what happened there, but we did have another caution. I'm sure once the Bracy car went back and got right in the middle of everything, everybody got stacked up behind him, and that probably caused a little calamity. So under caution with only 3 laps remaining, remember the caution laps do not count. They do not count towards the end of the race, so actually towards any part of the race. Imagine if that happened yesterday at Daytona. It was already the longest race ever for the Daytona 500 yesterday. And if we didn't count cautions tomorrow, boy, oh boy. There would have been some people sitting in the stands for a long time. Usually I go to that race. I usually go to the 500 since it is just a few miles from my house. But I declined my VIP passes this year. I was just too burned out. I'm fried. I decided I'd sit and watch it on my TV set. Now some people are like, what? You have VIP passes to go to the 500 and you didn't go? And I'm like, nope, did not go. All right, we're going to line them back up. Gibble, Johnson, Schaefer, Bracey, Jan, and Eastman, Curtis, and Walgreen. Hacker, and Hutton, Schaefer, Jr., Eschen, and Breach will make up the final lineup. All right, here the green flag will fly. Here they go down into turn number 1 with Gibble by a half a car length over Johnson. Johnson just hanging on right there. Bracey right behind them. Then you got a good stack up behind them. And yellow comes out once again with 2 laps remaining. Cautions breed cautions. That's all I can say. They just laid some new J&G hardwood flooring down there in turn number 4. I think some of the guys hit it, and they slid out. I forgot to tell them there was wax still on the floor. Hey, if you're looking for a new house, don't forget about 5 Star Realty Group. They're in Panama City. If you're looking for a nice new house, maybe an apartment or anything else, check them out. They're right there in the heart of Panama City. And a lot of people say, Panama City? Didn't they have a big hurricane go through there a few years ago? Yes, they did. But everybody's up and running in Panama City. It's a beautiful place. And hurricanes are not uncommon to that area, but big ones like they just had back a few years ago are very uncommon. So if you're looking for a great place to live, Panama City is a great place to live. It's a beautiful area. They have some of the most beautiful sunsets of anywhere I've ever been. So 5 Star Realty Group is your connection for all your housing desires in the Panama City area. They probably can help you out anywhere in the country. Pace truck pulls off. Here we go. Gibble gets another great start. He'll pull out by half a car length over Johnson. Johnson's right there, and behind him, you got the 12 of Schaefer making some moves, getting underneath and trying to get around Bracey. Bracey getting shoved to the outside. Here's the white flag. Bracey gets loose. They come down into turn number 1. Johnson's getting more aggressive. He was trying to get something on Gibble, but there's nothing there. And here they come off of turn number 4. It's going to be Gibble. Bring him across the line with Johnson, Schaefer, Eastman, and Curtis making up your top 5. Number 6 was Bracey, so he made it to the transfer spot. All right, so heat number 2 will be the 15 of Cook, followed by the Williams, Warmack, Clavey, Austin, Rogers, Behringer, Childs, Nelms, Smith, Shepard, Evans, and Hubbard will be last on the totem pole at 13th. All right, here goes the field making their way off. And we'll see. Make their way around. I'm not sure why our cameras are focused on the Nashville sign. All right, here we go. Williams on the outside, Cook down the inside. Pace truck should pull off this time. We should be going green. Right there goes the pace truck, pulls off. Here we go. To the green flag they go. Cook down low. Cook gets a good start. He'll pull out by a half a car length over the 85 of Williams, and Williams gets shoved out, and they're going to shove him back. As you see the 14 of Warmack jumping down and gets underneath him, and that 85 is squirrely big time on that outside line. He's got a big challenge from Austin down on the bottom. That 5 of Austin really working. Warmick gets into the wall, and not Warmick, excuse me, Williams gets in the wall. And it looks like the 5 is going to try to clear him, but I tell you what, that 85 of Williams is not going away. He's just hanging on that outside line, trying to hang with that 5. They're side by side as they come off the turn, and they'll go across the line, and 7 more laps to go. That will complete this race of 111, actually 11. Now, I was going to say the 1-1, which is 11, but here we go. As the leaders, Cook and Warmick, are out to another zip code. And wow, he's going to go around. Is he? No, he skates and he saves it. So Warmick will fall back, and he's being left behind now. Everyone's making their way around him. Here's your leader right here, Cook. Out to a 1-2-3 car length lead over Warmick. Cook looking stout tonight in that 15. Looking really good. Pull down to the bottom of the track. And yellow will fly now. And I believe it's probably from Mr. Williams, who was so loose. Because he's all the way, yeah, there he is. He definitely got loose. Let's take a look at it there, Nick. Oh, he got dumped. The 30 got into the back and turned him around, and he created chaos there. So it wasn't that he was just loose, he just got dumped. So a tough break for our outside pole setter. Wait for the pace truck to pull off, and we'll go back to green flag racing here in just a second. Lights are still on top of the pace truck. Don't forget, folks, here in Nashville, raceways, fairgrounds, whatever you want to call us, we will have a kiddie racing next week here on the track. So kids can bring their big wheels out here and race around the track for only $5. Race truck pulls off, and once again, Cook gets a stellar start, pulls out to a 1-2 car length lead, and now he's going to have a new challenge for the second. Well, it looked like that way for a second. Not sure what happened there. As now you see the challenge of the 98. Or no, is that, who is that back there? I can't see what that number is. Oh, it's Shepard. Excuse me. It's 89. I transposed the numbers. Shepard runs second. Warmick, Nelms, and Austin. Final lap. Cook is going to bring him around the track. Full tilt, full speed. 1, 2, 3, 4 car lengths leads over Shepard. Brings him back to the line, and Shepard makes a run at him, but he's not going to be enough. Cook will win the heat, followed by Shepard, Warmick, Nelms, Austin, and Hubbard will be the last of the guys.
Okay, let's see. And the invert for tonight. Sorry, Randy.
Go for it.
The invert for tonight. Wow, look at that. It's our first small one of the year. It's 2.
Oh,
so the top 2 guys will switch.
Woohoo. I'm sure everybody's happy about that
I'm
one.
very sure that everybody's happy about that. I am almost...
Only thing I can say is whoever one of those 2 guys, whoever's on the pole and has to go to the outside, probably, it's not going to be terribly happy, because we've seen everybody on the outside line have a heck of a time holding it there. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the warm up. Oh, God. My mouth is really dry for some reason. Oh, Cook goes around. So in the main, they will go 50 laps. That will give a lot of time for some of these drivers who did not fare as well in the heat races to gather their stuff up, figure everything out, and maybe make some moves towards the front of the pack. Will Eastman right now is the fastest on the track in that 13 car. Letting the drivers run around, get their stuff settled. And you see everybody's pretty much out there. I mean, they just ran heats, and they're still out there trying to figure things out because they know they're going to have to go 100 or not 100, but 50 laps. We're so used to calling these races where we have these massive lap counts. We just got done doing a Tuesday night league that was way too many laps. That's why we enjoy this racing much more. It's a lot more exciting. As you can tell just by the heat races, we had some great racing. So this practice is wrapping up right now. Eastman, Shepard, Johnson, Curtis, and Rogers is your top 5 of fastest guys on the track. To see how that holds up in the races. Cook, who was so fast in his heat race, is sitting 11th on the scoreboard right now. Watching Shepard right now go around the track. He is sitting 2nd on the pole. Dante Curtis right behind him in that 0-3. Shepard and Curtis are actually teammates. So maybe they're trying to learn something off of each other. Oh, learning how to smash into the wall. Going about 60 miles an hour. All right, so the way they're going to line up is Gibble, Cook, Johnson, Shepard, Schaefer, Warmack, Eastman, Nelms, Curtis, and Austin will be a top 10. 11th will be Bracy. Actually, it went away. Sorry about that, folks. Let's see if I got it up here. No, I do not. All right, 11th, Bracy. Hubert, 12th. 13th, Hutton.
Okay.
14th was Smith.
Here's the grid for our first feature of the evening.
There you go. You
Adam
got it.
Jebel on the pole. Matt Cook 2nd. Ryan Johnson 3rd. Dustin Shepard 4th. Joe Schaefer Jr. 5th. Jesse Womack 6th. Will Eastman 7th. Josh Nelms 8th. Dante Curtis 9th. Back in 10th is going to be Scott Austin. 11th, Ray Bracey. 12th, Cody Hubert. 13th, Rodney Huntoon. 14th, Al Smith Jr. 15th, Gary Eschen. 16th, Devin Rogers. 17th, Kyle Walgreen. 18th, Austin Williams. 19th, Brian Hacker. 20th, Zach Evans. 21st, Dan Janjanin. 22nd, PJ Childs. 23rd, Scott Schaefer. 24th, Robbie Clavey. 25th, Thomas Friesch. And 26th, Jeff Bergner.
Why did, was that Cook that pulled off there?
That's the invert beginning.
Oh. Oh, that's right. They had the invert. Forgot about that. All right, green flag is already out. Here they go. Shepard trying to work that outside line. So far, you see.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. Schaefer up there. Schaefer working on the back bumper, actually the quarter panel of Shepard. As Shepard's trying to run down Gibble. Gibble's pulling away by about a half a car length. And we got trouble behind them.
We do, and it's going to be a caution. It looks like Gary Eschen was involved. Let's take a look. Here it is through turn one. A little bit of a lot of contact.
Hmm. Scoreboard is going crazy right now. Yes, of course it is. Can't decide whether it's 4 laps or 3 laps. So, Nick, while we're sitting here watching these cars go around, getting ready to go back to green flag racing, anything exciting happen to you this week?
Not that I'd like to talk about.
Oh, good. That's always fun. Did you watch the 500 yesterday?
No, I didn't.
You did not? Wow. Surprising. It's actually a good race. Surprise winner. Ricky Stenhouse won. Only single car team out there. And they actually won the race. My old neighbor at his team actually won that. Hayes truck pulls off. Here we're going to go back to green flag racing. Gibble down the inside. Schaefer right there behind him. And now, luckily, Shepard shoved that car down the bottom of the track, got down as quick as he could because he saw Schaefer coming. Schaefer's right on the back of Shepard. Shepard on the back bumper of Gibble. Gibble just trying to hold that car to the bottom of the track. And caution will come out once again. Multiple cars involved in this one as well.
Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Let's see if we got a... Yeah. Oh. That wasn't good. 4 cars. Lap 5 of 50. And that's it. That's all we've gone so far. 5 laps. I had a feeling this track was going to be like this. Gibble's wheels are red. And even though they're that red, I guarantee you, as we get into this race, they're going to be even brighter red because those brake rotors will be lit up. All right, field stack them back up. Gibble and Shepard right there. Here we go. Green flag is out. Gibble brings them down into turn number 1. Shepard right there. Shepard looking for that opening, get down there and shove it in front of that Schaefer car. But Schaefer this time is right there behind Gibble. They're going to shove Shepard to the outside. Shepard's going to be stuck up there until he can find an opening. Here comes Dante Curtis right there behind him. And he pulls the car down low to the bottom of the track to shove the door shut on Dante. So single file up front. As you see Schaefer getting a little tip from behind from Shepard. Shepard's not so happy about being third right now. I think he had a feeling he might be a better car than Schaefer was. And might be a little problem going on back there. Not sure what's going on. No caution will come out. Gibble gets high. Here comes Schaefer down to the bottom of the track. They're going to be side by side as they go into turn number 1. Schaefer trying to shove. He did. He shoved Gibble out of the way, and he will take the lead. So Schaefer, now your new leader. And here comes Shepard looking to try to get around him as well. They're going to shove that Gibble 91 out of the way. And he might watch out because Dante Curtis is probably going to try to do the same thing. Dante gets into him, gets loose. Heck of a save by Dante Curtis. Curtis right back on the gas, right there behind him. But luckily for Gibble, he was able to get the car down to the bottom of the track. But the car is pushing up. If you're watching that 91 has got to push. There's no doubt about it. That car is not handling the way he wants it to. Dante looking for anything he can to try to get around that 91. As Schaefer is now starting to pull away. And Dante he's gave him a little bit of a bump and run, but it didn't work. As you see one car down in the bottom of the track trying to get out of the way. Dante pushes him out of the way. Dante gets down to him, and that 91 gets into the wall. Gibble gets in the wall, and here right behind, following Curtis is Eastman. Eastman comes up right behind him as well. So now top 5 is Schaefer, Shepard, Curtis, Eastman, and Gibble. Gibble better watch out because he's got Hubert right behind him too. Kind of watching this battle right now with him, see if he can hold on to that 5th place right now. Because the rest of the field up front are just kind of like checking out. My caution is out. The caution has come out once again. Gary Escher just got loose off the turn. Looked like they were stacking him up in front of him, and he just had overreacted there a little bit. So the field is making their way around the track. After 18 laps out of 50 of the first of 2 main features tonight. If you're just joining us here on the Ghostfire Media Network, thanks for watching. We do appreciate it, and we're glad to have you. watching tonight. If you're watching this tomorrow, maybe on YouTube, thanks for watching. Once again, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and help out the Ghostfire Media channel grow. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please hit the like and subscribe button and become part of the Ghostfire Media family. Watching the 85 make his way around right behind Cook. Cook, who was so fast in his heat race, now trying to make his move to the front. If you watched the 500 yesterday, did anybody else hope that Travis Pastrana was going to have a great day? Finished 11th. Not bad, though. Not bad for him. All right, back up front. It's going to be Schaefer and Shepard. Double S. Here we go. Green flag is out. Schaefer gets a great start. He'll jump out to a half a car length over Shepard. Shepard was smart, pulled the car to the bottom of the track. He's going to start making a challenge. Tries to dive to the bottom of the track and dives bombs right inside Schaefer. Schaefer and Shepard in caution will come out, and Shepard runs right through the pace truck. See what happened back here. Oh, that was our pole setter. And boy, they stacked him up. Gibble got a gangbang of cars all into him. So Schaefer was able to get across the line before Shepard. Shepard had made that move, and I know Shepard's like going, are you kidding me? I had him. Now I got to do it all over again. But that's the way it works, short track racing. They'll stack them back up once again here shortly. Pace truck still has the lights on top of it. Let's see if we'll go back this time. No, pace truck still has the lights on. So still cleaning up the debris from that 5-car pileup. So we'll watch some of these cars here as we go longer into this race. Some of these cars will probably get a little squirrely. Right now, everybody seems to be handling pretty well after 19 laps, but imagine by the time we get into lap 29, 30, between 29 and 35, we're going to start seeing some cars get a little bit more squirrely. Pace truck should take the left-hand turn. He does. Schaefer gets a great start. This time he pulls out, well, it was a whole car length. But Shepard's right there. Shepard's already shoving that car down to the bottom, gives him the tip, pushes him out of the way. They're side by side for the lead. Shepard takes the way away from, forces his way into the lead. But Shepard is not going to go away cleanly. As you see Schaefer saying, I want a piece of that. But Schaefer gets a little piece of the wall. I don't know if that's going to help his cause. And Shepard is off to the races by himself right now, separating himself from the rest of the field by a half a car length. Now it's a whole car length, so Shepard definitely has a car to beat. Shepard was practicing with Dante Curtis earlier on, so maybe they found something out there. As you see now, that 13 of Will Eastman closing in on the Schaefer car, who's running second. 1, 2, and 3 are running single file, and then you got to battle back behind them for that 4th and 5th with Hubert and Curtis. Curtis dives down the bottom of the track. He's going to try to get around Hubert and take that position and maybe try to reel in these guys, and he does get around him. So Dante Curtis now moves into the 4th position as we watch this battle. And just as I said, I said about 29, it's going to be 24 because just saw Schaefer starting to get a little squirrely. The back end of that car is getting a little losing a little grip. I'll just say that the back end of that is getting loose. Going to turn number 1. And somebody got into the wall. I'm not sure what was going on. Caution will fall. Yeah, caution is out once again. Let's take a look at it. Watching Jan. Oh, right there. Jan gets pulled and popped into the wall by the 14. That brought out the caution that time. 24 laps remain of 50 laps here in Nashville. I'm going to be up here in Nashville in just a few weeks. Next month, I have to go to the Fletcher Convention Hall, which is where all the stars, I guess, live in Fletcher. I didn't know this until I got up there last time and found out this is where all the rich people live. It's just outside of Nashville. It's like the suburb, like the rich suburb of Nashville is in Fletcher. I'll be up there for the Nashville Guitar Show. So if you're up here in the Tennessee area of Nashville, come down and see me. I'll be there I think it's the 24th and 25th of March. I think that's what it is. It's the 3rd weekend of March, whatever. So we know that. Schaefer in the Epic Media number 12. Field still running around in single file right now. So you got 3 guys in the top 5 are all teammates. Dante Curtis, Dustin Shepard, and Gary Eschen. Teammates all working together. The DCDs. Which is Dante Curtis Racing, basically. Shepard pulls him out by 1/2 car length. And look at this. Look at that number 13. Gary Eschen. This is 13 of Eastman, Will Eastman. Will Eastman just shoves that car down there underneath Schaefer, trying to push him out and make his way towards trying to reel in Shepard. Shepard right now is comfortable by 1, 2, 3 car lengths. And wow, Hubert nearly went around there. I'm not sure if he had a little help from Dante back there. I'm not sure. Eastman trying to reel in our leader, Shepard. Followed by Schaefer, Hubert, and Curtis. Yellow will fall. And is that our 12 car, Schaefer, pulling down? And I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, the 96 just went around and then got collected by a couple cars. Looked like the 91 went around as well again. No, it's a 25. Not sure what happened there with Schaefer. Schaefer looked like he may have, he did jump out of the car. Sure what happened there. Maybe he got a call from Geico. I know what it was. He got a call from 5 Star Realty. Said they found his perfect house. That's what it was. These street stocks are fun to watch and fun to drive. Let me tell you, folks, these are some fun cars. Even in real life, they're fun to drive. Don't forget about our sponsors, J&G Hardwood Flooring, Kelly's Custom Engraving, 5 Star Realty. Some of our top sponsors on the league. Support all our sponsors. This truck will pull off. We should be going back here to Green Flag Racing here. Green is out. Here we go. Shepard pulls him out. He's got Eastman all over the back bumper of him. Eastman trying to make a run at him. And yellow will come right out just like that. Shepard trying to become the Sim Speed Shop hard charger. Also want to thank the Track Time Entertainment people for their support of the league as well. Without all our sponsors, we could not do this. So please, like I said, support our sponsors of the North-South Racing League. $19 laps left to go in this. And then we're going to go to the big track. I know you say big track. Is it really big track? Well, half mile was a big track compared to this little paper clip. Basically, that's all this is, a little paper clip. Seven cautions tonight so far for this 50-lap event. You know, it's got to be frustrating for a lot of these guys. You get going, and then you got to slow down again. It's one of the most frustrating things I know for me. When you get into a race like this, you just want to go. You want to get moving on and get to the next event. But unfortunately, you got such a small track, it doesn't take a lot for calamity to sneak up on you very quick. So here we go as the pace truck should take the hard left turn here, and we'll go back to Green Flag Racing. Want to get off here to get down into turn number 3, and then into 4 we should go. Green Flag Racing with Shepard, Eastman, Hubert, Curtis, Childs, Hacker, Johnson, Nelms, Cook, and Hutton. Here we go. Shepard gets another good start, pulls out to a half a car length over Eastman. Eastman right there with him. Eastman trying to reel him in. And then back behind him, you got Hubbard back there with Dante Curtis all over his back bumper. And then it's another 1-2 back to a good battle between Hacker and Childs. Shepard pulls at the bottom of the track, blocking the spot. Doesn't want to open anything up because we've already seen a couple drivers drive to the bottom of the track and drift up just enough where the other driver behind them can shove their nose in there. But Shepard's got another idea. How about I just drive away and leave you behind where you don't even have that opportunity? And that's what I think his plan is. Get away from everybody where there is no opportunity. As he's pulling away by 1-2 car lengths over Eastman. Then behind him, you got another 1-2 back to Hubbard and Curtis. Curtis trying to work on the inside of Hubbard. And here he goes, looking to the inside. They're going to be side by side. Curtis will take the third position. It's 14 laps remain here in Nashville, with Shepard leading the way and is single file for the top 10 right now. Actually, top 10, Eschen's just now got that position. One car just got into the wall, but no caution will come out. 12 to go. Shepard brings him down. You see that front right. That yellow flag will come out. There it is. I thought I saw something. So when we do go back to green flag racing, we have 11 laps left. Let's see what the caution looked like. Oh, the 25 just lost it. Either that or it may have been a little bit of net code. Might have been net code because the way he went around really, really quick, like somebody was turning him. But obviously from our vantage point, didn't look like anyone touched him, but I think there must have been a little net code. You're new to the league, watching the league on YouTube or Facebook, Twitch, or any of the other streaming services that we are on. You're new to watching the North-South Racing League, and you're enjoying what you're watching here on Ghostfire Media. We're here every Monday night, so please tune in next time and check out all the action from the North-South Racing League. Got a good crowd here to watch this race tonight, for sure. Good crowd. So the pace truck make its way around the track. And lights should go out this time. No. Yes, it did. Did they? Yes, they did go out. So the field will stack them back up and go 2 by 2. Shepard down low, Eastman on his outside. Curtis on the inside of row 2, Hubbard on his outside of Hubert. And then Childs and Elms. And green flag comes out. Here we go again. Can Shepard take it home this time? Shepard's got a trunk full of that 13 of Eastman. Eastman all over the back bumper, but Shepard's got a better idea. Let me just get away from him, and Eastman better watch out because here comes Dante Curtis behind him. And a good battle for that 4th position. You see the 30 of Childs trying to get around Hubert. And he is being shoved out, and that 74 is getting shoved to the outside, not where you want to be, because it's not fun being up there by yourself, because if you're not careful, you're going to get railroaded by everybody else. And that's what everybody is trying to do right now. You see Nelms in that 01 trying to work his way in there, but it's not going to work. And wow, nearly had a little contact there between the 74 and the 30. but no harm, no foul. 7 laps left. Shepard. One car is in the wall. Not sure. Caution will come out for it. Yes. Go and see what happened this time. If there was anything popped up. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the 5 was having a little blinking problem there. Got into the wall and then got turned and then hit a couple more times behind that. The 05, excuse me. Mr. Austin. All right, 7 laps remain, excuse me. 7 laps remain here in Nashville. It's been Shepard for most of the second half of the race. Eastman's trying to work some magic to get around him, but so far none of his magic spells have worked. So right now, Shepard, Eastman, Curtis, Child, Hubert, Nelms, Hacker, Eschen, Cook, and Hutton. That's your top 10. 9 cautions so far. I say that so far, but like I know there's going to be more. I got a feeling we're going to have a couple more before this thing's over. I don't imagine we'll see this when we get onto the other track, though.
No, neither do I, Randy Pepper. I think that in the main, on the large track, we'll definitely have a different feeling of a race, I think.
Yeah, I believe so, too. This is just caution breeding caution.
The cautions do breed cautions. That's the thing about short tracks, right? Is that cautions breed cautions. I don't think you can ever get really away from it. Once they begin, you just kind of get stuck with them. We're 7 laps to go. The green flag is out. Dustin Shepard leaves them off into turn 1. In second spot, Will Eastman and Dante Curtis battle for that position as they go through 1 and 2. 1 and 2. We have 19 cars in the lead lap, so whoever finishes first here will start 19th in the main event.
As you watch Hubert down on the inside trying to hang on as he's got the Eastman car on his outside. Eastman trying to get around him on the outside. Hubert just trying to hang on because you can tell that car is very, very loose and he will clear Eastman. Eastman getting shoved it outside as you see Childs pulling his 30 down to the inside, going to shove him to the outside. They're side by side as they go into turn number 1. Bumping and banging. Swapping some sheet metal, as they say, out here at Nashville Speedway. And you see that 01 of Nelms popping his car down in there. Trying to make Eastman follow another spot, and he does. So Eastman will finally get a little breathing room, but unfortunately he's 6th now after running 2nd. White flag is out. Shepard will bring him around the track. And Shepard's going to bring him off of turn number 4 and bring him back to the line. Here it comes. Shepard will win the race, followed by Dante Curtis, Hubert, Childs, Nelms, Eastman, Hacker, Cook, Eschen, and Williams. So that will be the first of 2 races tonight, 2 mains. The cone should be removed from the track. And there's your top 3. Shepard, Curtis, and Hubert.
Okay. So Dustin Shepard wins the first race. Now, we're going to go to commercial break here, folks. We'll come back to you with the second session up and running. We'll be right back to here with you in about 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com.
All right, folks, we are still getting this second session booted up and ready. Whilst we wait on that, Randy Pepper, let's talk about that first session, right? Dustin Shepard comes home with the win. Dante Curtis second. Cody Hubert in third. In fourth, PJ Childs. Fifth, Josh Nelms. Sixth, Will Eastman. Seventh, Brian Hacker. Eighth, Matt Cook. Back in ninth will be Gary Eschen. 10th, Austin Williams. 11th, Rodney Huntoon. 12th, Devin Rogers. 14th was Adam Jebel. 13th was Kevin Walgreen. 14th, Adam Jebel. 15th, Robbie Clavey. 16th, Jesse Womack. 17th, Scott Austin. 18th, Al Smith Jr. 19th, Zach Evans. 20th, Jeff Bergner. 21st, Ryan Johnson. 22nd, Scott Schaefer. 23rd, Ray Bracey. 24th, Joe Schaefer Jr. 25th, Dan Janjanin. And 26th, Thomas Frisch. Randall, I mean, it was a very entertaining first feature tonight, huh? Randy. Okay, I guess Randy Pepper is taking a bathroom break, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. The second session will be up here momentarily, folks. We do apologize. It's just taking a bit. Whilst we wait, we'll actually bring Dustin Shepard up here. I don't know why I keep calling him Dante. Dustin Shepard up here. Dustin, it's Nick and... I just moved the booth. I just moved the whole booth. Hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just try this. Whoop. Dustin, it's Nick and Randy up in the booth. You got a copy? Hello? What in the world is happening here? Randy, can you hear me? Okay, we do have music. We do have sound. I don't know what's going on. Randy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let me try to bring Dustin Shepard up here again. Dustin, it's Nick and Randy in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I do.
There we go. Sorry about that. The first time it just didn't want to work.
No problem.
So winning the first part of this event tonight, the first round of the showdown, so to speak. How did it feel out there?
Felt good. Said, Nashville's my home track, so I live 30 minutes away from it, so it's nice to be able to win there. So of course we're going from a flat quarter-mile track to a 5/8 half mile or 5/8, Speedway now. So it's gonna be driving totally different, whole different game plan.
So, do you have a game plan? Did you guys practice? I know you and Dante probably practiced quite a bit together. Did you guys practice this part of the track?
No, I jumped on, 20 minutes before start time tonight and I've turned laps here before, but yes, I didn't practice last night or any extra. I said, of course, we've raced. I figured the quarter mile would have been you either make it or you don't as far as getting wrecked, or I looked up with the small invert this time, so I stayed up front, which helped. Then we raced the big track numerous times, so we know what we need to do there. And I said I guess it's a full invert of all the lead lap cars. So I'm gonna start 19th or 20th, I believe is how they're doing it. So I'm gonna have my work cut out to make my way back up there for sure.
Yeah. You definitely had to shove your nose up there and try to get around to move Schaefer out of the way too to get that lead. You were pretty aggressive about that, but I guess that's what you got to do if they're slower than you at this kind of track. So
yeah, like I said, without having to just drive through him. I got that a couple times up under him. You rotated under turn 2 and was there. The first time I kind of drove deep, I really wasn't there, and then so the second time I had a more car like a nose on him or nose in there, and I was able to really just rotate through the center 3 and 4 and clear him and go. Yeah, I said if you're faster, you've definitely got to make that move, or you're never going to pass anybody on that short track.
right, yeah, absolutely. We saw a lot of people doing the same thing, so you weren't the only one. Well, congratulations on the win for the first race tonight, and good luck in race number 2.
Appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be back up here for the second part.
We hope so too, Dustin.
Thank y'all.
All right, as we work to figure out if the second session is actually up or not, because for some reason
I don't see it.
My iRacing is being very strange. Maybe just close iRacing and reopen it, Randy, because sometimes it's a little strange one. I don't think it is yet. I think they're still working on it.
Yeah, I think it's still being worked on. It's still not there. So we'll keep waiting for it, and eventually we will be racing once again.
I mean, it will be here very soon. I mean, folks, it's only 9:35. I mean, we blew through that first race pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Race control is making their way around right now to the drivers, having a conversation with everybody, letting them know what is going on exactly. And I believe we are working on getting this ready. Almost set.
And
looks like Robbie has gone back down to his team, which to me means that we may be rolling here very soon.
Are they going to have ice cream?
Maybe. It looks like the session might be launching as we speak here at 9:36. I'm not 100% sure. We're figuring it out right now. With that being said, Randy, we can talk about that first race a little bit. Why don't we talk about how intense that first race was?
Yeah, as I was talking to Dustin about how he had to make that move to get around Schaefer. Schaefer had done the same thing to him to get the lead earlier on, and then he had to go back and shove him out of the way. I mean, he didn't. He didn't drive through him. These guys were just giving them the typical bump and run, and moving their way down to the bottom of the track. And once you had the bottom of the track, you pretty much had the preferred groove.
No, you were 100% correct.
I don't think we're going to see that in the big track.
Randy, the session is up.
It is? Oh, yes.
The session is awake and alive. And, folks, we are loading in now, which means we're going to be back racing here in probably about 10 minutes. This is another 50-lap part to our second half of our main event. 100 laps of racing tonight. This is the spring, or winter, I guess, what you'd call fantastic beautifulness, right? So we didn't talk about this before the first race. This is our first Showdown event of the year. We didn't talk about it before the first race, but here you go. This is the NSRL 6th trip to the Fame facility here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. They have visited the fairgrounds each season since season 2. The track has held 5 regular events and 1 showdown. This track will host a unique format of twin and 50-lap features this season. Feature 1 will take place in the quarter mile, and the second, obviously, on the half mile. The first track was a quarter mile long. The second track, the main event, the big main event, is about 0.6 of a mile long. There's 18-degree banking in the turns, 3 degrees in the straights. The average number of cautions is 7. We blew that out of the water in the first one. The average number of lead changes is 10. Again. Hold on. Randy Pepper, you can go ahead and manually disconnect from this session. This is on the wrong racetrack.
All right.
We're going to continue to
Myself and
talk, and
Dante
we're going to wait.
Curtis actually-
The previous race winners were Jesse Womack, Dennis Wild Jr., Dante Curtis, Will Eastman, and Dustin Shepard. Dustin Shepard got his second win here tonight. The drivers to the rear in the first part of the main event were Jesse Womack, Matt Cook, Zach Evans, and Knutson. And the prior race winner was Ryan Johnson back at North Wilkesboro.
That's Knutson. Tell you what, these races are, I don't know. Sometimes it gets cold up here in the booth. Sometimes it gets hot. Cold, now it's hot.
Randy, you are in control for about 30 seconds.
All right, so we'll wait for the race to be put up here, and we'll jump in here shortly. Let's see. Not sure if this one is it or not. There's one popping up here. Let's see here. Try it again. Let's see if we're actually going to go racing here shortly in this half-mile race. See if Shepard can win 2 in a row tonight, or will it be somebody else? We have 2 winners tonight, or we have just 1? I don't believe this is the correct one. I think they're still working on it. I'm looking on the backside here, folks. I don't think it's. I still don't think we're ready to go. But we'll let you know as soon as it pops up here. Sorry for the delay. You know, when you do a format like this where you're actually running 2 races in one night on 2 different tracks, you stand to have a little couple snafus, or 2 or 3 or 4. That's basically what we're having here tonight. But we will go racing here shortly. While you're waiting for that to happen, let's talk about some other stuff that's happening in the racing world. We're talking about yesterday's race, the Daytona 500, which happened roughly about 3 miles down the road from me, maybe 5. I don't know, not very far. I had the Thunderbird fly over my house yesterday. Tell you what, if you've never seen the fabulous Thunderbirds, it's nothing like seeing planes fly within inches of each other in perfect formation. If there is an air show coming around and they're part of it, definitely go see them, because it's a sight to behold. Check it again this time. Looks like they are working on it as we speak.
Are you guys live?
Yes, we are. Robbie? Robbie, can you hear me? Robbie popped up in here in the booth. Not sure what's going on. But he did say something to me. So we're just watching the servers right now to see how much longer it is going to be till we actually go into race mode here. I keep refreshing the session to see if we're getting anything. So far, no. Not sure why Robbie Clavey jumped up here in the booth. He tried to drop up here, jumped up here to say how we were doing, but he came up and he went away. We were invaded. No. Probably just came up here to tell us what was going on. All right. Check it again. See what happens here. I'm checking, folks. I'm right on top of this whole thing, and it does look like there may be the right one. Let's watch this thing. Let's check it out. All right. All right. All right. All right. Are we going? Or is it good? I believe we are going to go into race mode here shortly, folks. So just hang on. Don't go anywhere. Stay there. And by the way, if you're looking for a guitar, please stop by the Guitar Act, 1672 and a half Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in beautiful North Holly Hill, which is just a little south of Daytona Beach. If you're looking for a guitar, come see me. Right now, there are cars on the track. We will shortly have them up on your screen. Right now, Brian Hacker is fastest on the track with a 20.491. So right now, we are in radio mode. Hacker is the only one that's actually come across the line to complete one lap. Everyone else is now just getting their cars warmed up and ready to go around the track. So we should have some more times coming around here shortly. Yes, right now, Hacker's still the fastest. Jesse Warmick is second with a 20.490, followed by Kelly Walgreen. Now Will Eastman takes over the second position with a 20.399. So Brian Hacker still fastest on the cars on the track right now. Dustin Shepard, the last winner, has posted a fourth place finish, or actually fifth place, 20.490. Hacker's looking like the man right now so far, but we're so early into this whole practice here. They're going to practice for about 5 minutes. We've got 4 minutes and 36 seconds left to go. So we still got a lot of time, but so far Hacker's been the fastest. Dante Curtis now is running second with a 20.18 second. Actually, holy, pulled that out because Jesse Warmick just in that 14 pulled that 20.187 to Dante's 20.219. Cars are running a bottom groove and letting the car drift up towards the wall. They'll pull down to the bottom of the track. And then as they come off the turn, we got problems in practice right now. One car was in the wall, looked like the 96. I'm not sure if that was it or not. Couldn't really see the number. It was so far up against the wall. That's Hacker still still is still sitting on top of the scoreboard as the fastest car around. I thought eventually he would fall, but he has not fallen. His times have been consistent and consistently better each time around the track. Top 10 fastest cars right now. Hacker, Warmack, Curtis, Johnson, Cook, Shepard, Eastman, Eschen, Gibble, and Childs make up your top 10 right now. So get back and see if we got race mode going on in the Ghostfire Media stuff. No, we're still not in race mode quite yet. Not sure what's going on. Nick stepped away from the booth to go talk to some of the people of the league and has not returned. So I'm not sure what's going on. As the field will make their way around. Hacker still fastest out there. Hacker actually turned a 20.113. As I said, he was getting faster, it seemed like, and he continues to get faster in that 0-2 car. Dante Curtis still sitting second, 20.172. Jesse Warmack at 20.187. Dustin Shepard, 20.217. And Cody Hubert now has moved into the top 5 with a 20.19. Cars will move around the track and make their way and try to figure out what's going to be the best setup for the night. Hacker really is pretty much experimenting with different lines. He's running the track down. He's running low. He was running high just a second ago. Now he's running it low to high. So he will do that inside-outside line, making his way around some slower cars on the track, trying to get a little feel what it's going to feel like in traffic as he'll pull up behind the 73. See if there's any air to be moved around out there. Looks to the outside of that 73, and he'll shove him up and pull the door right to the bottom of the track, and nothing to stick there. Let the car drift up, feel the wall. And this time it looks like he will. Well, no, he's still to the bottom of the car. They're side by side as they'll make their way around the track. Off of turn number 2, and the 73 gets on the wall. That's going to help Hacker's cause to get around him. And Hacker gets loose, and is it going to hang on to it? He's sideways, inside, outside. He looks, he'll get out of the gas and let the car drift to the bottom of the track and make his way to the pits. Still fast enough. 20.113 is still his fastest time around the track. It is fastest so far. With 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds left to go. Don't know what we're waiting here. We're waiting on the, not sure where Nick is. Zach Evans will be on the pole. He will have lane choice. So we'll see how Zach decides to run either outside or inside. And this track here, I would say you want to be on the inside. But we'll just have to wait and see. So Zach Evans will be on the inside, it looks like. Well, as far as they are down on the pit road right now. So we'll see. And he is going to elect to go to the bottom, which I thought he probably would. The 96 of Austin or Al Smith Jr. will line up on his outside. We'll let the field come around, and then we'll give you the full lineup. Once the scoring tower points everyone out, I will then give you the lineup once we go green flag racing. Here, live from Nashville on this Monday night of the edition of the North-South Racing League. Scoring did not register that. Cars will make their way around with Zach Evans leading the field in 97, but he's getting a big challenge from Smith on the outside. Smith, that outside line really is working. You see Smith taking, well, you don't see, but you can hear me telling you Smith has taken the lead, but he's being under fire already. The 14, Jesse Warmack, the 14 dives to the inside. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Oh, wow. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 as the Warmack pulls the car to the bottom of the track. He'll try to get around Smith, but Smith is not going away. Smith hanging to the outside. Warmack down the inside. Warmack trying to hold on to the lead. He will clear him. So Jesse Warmack in the 14 now is your leader. Then behind them, you got 2 by 2 by 2. Lots of battles all around the Nashville Speedway right now. For third and fourth, you've got the 25 of Devin Rogers. Right there with Zach Evans. Evans being shoved to the outside. Evans gets a little piece of the wall, but he will get a good run and will be able to pull the car to the bottom of the track as he will lead for that, or actually run in that third spot. He'll secure that third spot. Devin Rogers down on the inside. They're side by side for that third position. Rogers and Evans on the outside. Not sure what happened to my co-host, and I don't even know if I'm on the air right now, but I'm trying to give you the best I can, even though you can't see it. Evans and Rogers side by side for that third position. Leader still is Jesse Warmack all by himself. This time it looks like possibly the 25 of Rogers will get, caution will come out. We have caution on the track. Trouble. Try to go back and see if I can figure out what happened back there. I'll go back and see if I can figure out where our caution came from. No, and so far I don't see. Yeah, there it is. Looks like a couple cars got shoved up into the wall and just brought it out. Not sure who that was. It was a red car. So they're actually trying to see if they could figure out what happened there. Jesse Womack still continues to lead.
Can't see it. Can't see it.
According to what I can see, I just logged on to see if you guys could see the race. And I don't have a thing that shows me anything on my side. But from what I can tell, you guys can actually see what's going on. So Jesse Warmick leads the field with Al Smith second. Devin Rogers is third. Zach Evans is fourth. Fifth is Scott Austin. Fifth is Kyle Walgreen. Matt Cook is sixth. Will Eastman seventh. Robbie Clavey is ninth. And 10th is Gary Eschen. So pace truck, the lights are out. We will go back to green flag racing this time around. Pace truck pulls off. Green flag comes out. Here we go. As Jesse Warman will bring him down. He leads by 1, 2, 3 car lengths over second place, which you got that battle between the 25 of Devin Rogers and Al Smith. Smith gets a good run coming off the turn and will duck in behind Jesse Warmack. Devin Rogers right there behind him. I said Smith. It was actually, it is Evans. Excuse me. Al Smith Jr., Smith, and Rogers. So Smith trying to reel in that 14 of Warmack. And then we've got the top four are single file. Then behind them, everyone else is stacked up 2 by 2 around Nashville Speedway as Jesse Warmack leading the way. Twelve laps down. So far, this race has definitely been less cautions than the last one. So we've only had one caution so far. Lots of green flag racing. A little bigger track, so there's a lot of room to move around, and you can get a little sideways if you have to and still make it work. As Jesse starting to open up just a slight bit of a lead over Smith. A 1-2-3 car length over Smith. Then it's only one car length back to Rogers behind him, and then it's another 4 back to a side-by-side battle between Austin and Matt Cook. Matt Cook, who was so dominant in his heat race, but that was the other track, so it really doesn't matter. Now we're here on a whole other track, and it's a whole different ball game. We're seeing 3 guys up there up front that we did not even talk about in the other race or the heat races to say that. Now you got these guys are out here ready to shine, show you what they got tonight here in Nashville. Jesse Warmack pulling away. And guys are definitely banging off the wall. Let me just tell you that. There's a lot of banging off the wall tonight. You get a little, that inside, that outside line. So you go low down to the bottom of the track and you let it drift all the way out to the wall. And when you let that happen, sometimes you let it go a little too far and then you get scraped that wall and bend that sheet metal in just a tad little bit. Jesse Warmack leads by 1-2. 3 car lengths, just barely. Looks like he may be losing a little bit of ground. Looks like Smith may be reeling him in. Now Al is looking to catch Warmack and make something happen here. 1, 2, 3, still a 3-car advantage over Al Smith Jr. We're 20 laps in. 50 laps will make up this main event tonight. Warmack brings the car to the bottom of the track. He'll let it drift up just a snap of a bit. And brings it across down the back straightaway. So I'm going to bring it off of 4. Cross the line. 22 laps down. So go down the back straightaway. Single file for the top 3 right now. Then it's a 2-by-2 battle behind them with Gary Eschen and Will Eastman, Brian Hacker, Matt Cook, Zach Evans, Robbie Clavey. Those guys are all battling back there. Seeing if some of the guys that ran so good in the last race and in the heat races, see where they're moving, moving around. Let's see. Dustin Shepard, who started 19th on the grid, now has moved his way up to 14th. Dante Curtis has moved up to 15th from 18th. So Shepard was able to get around Dante and move up. Let's see if anybody else has made any crazy moves so far. Gary Eschen actually started 11th. He's running 5th, so he has made some moves. As well as Will Eastman started 14th. He's running 6th. Brian Hacker started 13th, who he was fastest in practice. Not by a whole lot, but just enough. He was 13th on the grid and start. Now he's running 7th. And your leader, Jesse Warmack, starting to actually pull away just by a hair more. It was 3 car lengths. Now it's 4. Smith has actually separated himself from Rogers because Rogers was right there behind him. Now Rogers is back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths back. And you see the field approaching some lap traffic. Lap traffic. They have caught somebody Not sure who that is, but they will try to make their way around the lap traffic and try to make it as easy as possible. They're very, very close to catching that car in front of them. And I don't know if Warmack is slowed up because of that, because Smith actually has gained an extra car length. Smith is hoping he can use this slower car as a pick, I'm sure. Slower car is not moving out of his groove. He's still just running his line. Now this time it is the 88 car, so I wasn't sure who it actually was. Scott Schaefer in the 88. Schaefer does move out of the way of the field, lets the two leaders go by, as they've really separated themselves from third. It's amazing how much Devin Rogers has fallen back behind the two leaders right now. And what's crazy is that 88 car actually got into the wall right in front of everybody. I'm sure everybody was like, kind of, oh no, not in front of the whole field. Devin Rogers brings him around the track. Devin Rogers bringing him across the line for lap 34. Next time around, it will only be 15 laps left in the race. See, Gail Curtis is out there watching as normal. Gail, good to see you once again. Speaking of Gail Curtis, Dante actually now running 11th back there. He's back behind Zach Evans. Here's your top 10 right now. We've got Jesse Warmick, Al Smith, Gary Eastman is third. Devin Rogers is falling back to the fourth position. Fifth and sixth, Brian Hacker and Scott Austin. Seventh and eighth, Will Eastman and Ryan Johnson. Matt Cook, Zach Evans, and Dante is actually 11th right now. So that's your top 11. As now it's 1, 2, 3 back for Al Smith trying to reel in Jesse Warmack. Jesse has pretty much led pretty much almost every lap. Smith actually was, I think, led maybe one lap. 10 laps remain around the Nashville Speedway. Warmack will make his way around the track, and he does have another lapper in front of him. Another lap car is approaching them, or they are approaching the lapper car. 220, 221, whatever it takes, right? All right, so the field, 9 laps remain. Now it's going to be just 8 laps remain. I believe my scoring is 1 lap off, actually. So, I mean, it actually will be 1 lap off from what I keep saying. So it should be 9 laps remain. Or no, 8. Excuse me, 8 laps now. See if the slower car actually plays into everyone's hand. And we've watched that the last time it actually did help Smith. He did reel in the Warmack car just a little bit. Let's see if this time, see if that 25 car in front of them causes any, that's not the 25, that's the 05, excuse me. And had no factor at all. None. Warmack made short work of that. Warmack just driving away. It's a Sunday afternoon. Ride for the 14 tonight. Jesse Warmack is pulling away. Practice speeds were 20.187, so he wasn't the fastest, but he wasn't the slowest as well. Lap 46. Watch Jesse come around here. Brings the car to the bottom of the track. Pulled out to 1, 2, 3, 4 car lengths over second place, Al Smith. Brian Hacker has moved his way up into the 4th position. Will Eastman is 5th. Ryan T.H. Johnson is running 6th. 7th, Scott Austin. Matt Cook is 8th. Dante Curtis is 9th. And Rodney Hutton. Well, actually, he just lost that move to Devin Rogers. I think he's trying to work around Devin Rogers, actually. To be 2 laps remaining right now. Next time around, we should see the white flag come out for Jesse Warmack. Jesse brings him off the turn. White flag is out one more time around the Nashville Speedway for Jesse Warmack. Jesse brings him off of turn number 2 and let the car drift right to the middle of the track. Now up towards the wall, down to the bottom of the track. Off of turn number 4, he can see the checker flag flying, and it's going to be Jesse Warmack winning the race, followed by Al Smith, Eastman, Hacker, or Eschen, Hacker, Eastman, Johnson, Austin, Cook, Curtis, and Hutton making up the top 10. So we'll wait and see. We'll find out exactly who the overall winner will be, because it will be by a points thing. But while we're waiting for that, let's see if we can bring Jesse into the booth here. See if I can find Jesse. Are you? Hey, Jesse. Jesse, can you hear me?
I got you.
Jesse, it looked like you got a good run tonight, huh?
Yeah, finally broke the streak. It's been like 2 years, so pretty happy to finally get a good one in.
So when you got around, I think it was Smith was who you had to pass for the initial thing. Did you ever think anybody was going to catch you? Or, I mean, what were you watching out there? What was going on through your mind?
I was just watching the relative a little bit, see where those guys were, just trying to keep, about that half second back. I knew there was fast guys that were coming. We've got a lot of quick guys in this league. I was expecting, the 38, the 03, those guys to work their way through, and thankfully they just got caught up in the traffic and never made it up there.
Yeah. So when you saw the slower cars, I noticed one of them looked like it might have actually kind of slowed you down a little bit. Were you worried about that they weren't going to get out of your groove anytime soon?
I was a little worried there coming around, some of that lap traffic. maybe those guys had a little damage or something, but they seem to be struggling to keep a line. So I was definitely a little cautious getting by.
I was thinking that's kind of what it looked like to me. I was like, they're not getting out of the way anytime soon. I'm thinking, oh no. And then I noticed you lost a little bit, and Smith actually closed in on you. Just, still he was about 4 car lengths back, and then he got to about 3, maybe 2.5, and I was like, that's not good. But luckily they finally got out of the way.
Yeah, and I had backed her down a little bit, just trying to keep the shoes on it. So when he started to catch up, then I kind of started to lay it back down a little bit. I just didn't want to burn up the tires here.
Yeah, no doubt. So how was the track?
Track was great. Much better than that little one earlier tonight. Much prefer this. So a lot more room to race here and a lot of fun.
All right, congratulations on a big win tonight. I don't know if you'll be the overall winner once they figure all the points out, but at least you got the win for the second race tonight. Congratulations on that. You want to thank anybody before we let you go?
I just want to thank all the guys at North South Racing League, all the other admins. It's a lot of work to put this on, and real appreciative of all the guys coming out every week to race.
All right. Well, congratulations on the second race tonight.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot, man.
See you next week.
All right, so Jesse won tonight. Second race. We will wait to find out what the final tally is and see who actually came away with the lowest amount of points. I think they're still working on it, actually. Because it sounds like they are, from what I can hear from them, there's a lot of chatter about it on the track right now. So we'll see. Just to find out who won. They're still adding up points. Jesse. Yeah. What? How did they figure who won? Wow.
Yes, sir. Got you guys this time. The first one, I don't know which one was crazier. We had a really disappointing kind of show in there that first race, like the whole league. That was kind of a mess there, yellow after yellow after yellow. But luckily we kind of finished out where we did here. I mean, one spot was the difference, and I mean, we was just lucky we ended up where we did. I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of chaos that went on back there tonight, and really just to end up ninth. Could have been eighth there at the end. I was trying to pass Matt, but my stuff was cooked by then. So really just glad we got that second place in that last one. That was the difference.
So were you and Shepard working together, trying to make things work there, make up spots? Because I knew you start right next to each other.
In the second feature, yeah, we were trying to work together. I mean, at the beginning, I mean, there wasn't much working together we could do though. Everybody, it was kind of like Daytona yesterday. Everybody was just stacked too wide and didn't know which lane was going to go. If the high lane had a slower car, or the low lane had a slower car. It was really just playing roulette. But we did work together that first race though. Just tried to stay in third there till the last restart, and thankfully that was the last restart and got by Will and was able to finish second.
And that may have been the swing for tonight. That whole move there, because here you are.
Yeah, if I would have got Will there, I looked and seen where he finished in the first race, and he ended up sixth. So if I would have passed him there before that last start, I probably would have went just as far, or probably not further. But luckily, just everything ended up how it did. Hacker didn't pass nobody else, and Will didn't pass nobody else. So hate it for Dustin. He came up one spot short. He would have beat us all with that first place win. So hate it for him, but glad we could take it home.
He's probably shooting you right now.
Yeah, he's wishing he could get this plaque, or if we're still racing for plaques, I don't know, but yeah, he wanted it bad.
All right, Dante, good run tonight. I know it wasn't the way you wanted to win it, but you still won it either way. So congratulations on the win. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, just gotta thank you guys. Sorry, I think I missed the interview earlier. They said I missed it or whatever. I had to take a little break between the races there, but just gotta thank you guys for a good broadcast every week. All the guys at the NSRL that put this on and give us a good place to race. Just Dustin, Devin, PJ, Gary, and hopefully we missed Phil tonight. Hopefully he gets back feeling better. He's got a problem with his hand or something, so he's in the emergency room right now. So
Oh
hope he
no.
gets feeling better, and hopefully we can get him back on track next week, and hopefully see you guys.
Yeah, hopefully so. All right, congratulations on another win, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
See ya. Tell your dad I said hey. It's all right. It's all good. It's all right. It's all good. All right, folks, you've been watching another exciting night of racing, the North-South Racing League, live from Nashville on the Ghostfire Media Network. I'm Randy Pepper. That's Nick Adams. Until next week, folks, see ya. And so long from the Sunshine State. I can't even speak. See you guys later. Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.